Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and today I've got something really cool for you. I've got a development regarding XRP that has nothing to do with the major players we're always talking about. Nothing to do with Ripple, nothing to do with Coil, or Omni, or R3. And it actually has to do with payments. Merchants accepting retail payments via XRP. Very cool development. Before we get going, I want to say if you guys would be willing to hit like and subscribe, I'd definitely appreciate it. And actually, this is a kind of special video for me because this is my 25th video ever on this channel, so it's something of a milestone. I guess when you get to 50 or 100, it's even cooler, but hey, 25. And today marks 7 weeks to the day from when I started this channel. So I did want to say real quick also, thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed. Genuinely appreciate it. And I've gotten so many positive compliments, and I also get very constructive feedback and criticism, and I appreciate that as well. In fact, there are a couple people in the last video, they had differing opinions, but in terms of the length of my video, my last video was 26 minutes long, and one person politely said that it's kind of long. One person said that he liked the length. And I know I can't please everybody, so I am kind of curious, what does the majority think? If you feel like dropping a comment down below in the comment section, look, me putting content out here, I'd like to keep, again, can't please everybody, I'd like to keep as many of you entertained and happy as I possibly can. Understanding there's no way to make everybody perfectly happy, so I guess what I'm getting at is the more feedback I get from you, the more I can kind of tailor this channel to what you people are looking for. So, and it's got to work for both of us because I have to be genuinely entertained by what I'm doing here because this is my hobby, or else I'm not going to want to do it. But I also want you guys to be happy and entertained as well. So there's going to be a happy medium somewhere in between. Also wanted to say, so before I jump into the XRP stuff, one last thing here real quick. I'm a pretty heavy Twitter user at this point, only with the XRP community and some other crypto entities, people that are, whether it's a business or other individuals that are just in the crypto world, even if they don't follow XRP. It's almost entirely XRP. But anyway, I decided I'm going to start doing this thing. Where's this? I tweeted this earlier. Here we go. I tweeted out earlier, and this is the second time I've done this, and I got this idea from Alex Cobb. I tweeted out 6 hours ago. If you're a fan of XRP, hit like on this tweet, and I'll follow you. I only use my Twitter account to engage with the XRP community and some other crypto figures. This is my second time doing this, and I'll do this monthly so long as it's fruitful. Thanks at @AlexCobb_ for the idea. So if any of you are on Twitter, feel free to hop over. If you hit like on this, I'm happy to follow you back. In my mind, the more people that I can follow on that are XRP enthusiasts on Twitter, the more fun it's going to be. So I'm all about it. And so I've been doing this all day, and it seems like a lot of people have hopped on. It looks like close to 30 have liked it. So here, I'll add a few right now as we're sitting here talking. See, 32 likes total. Boom, boom, boom. Here's a few XRP guys, and I think I got the rest of them already. Oh, I missed one here. Look at that. That's fine too. I think I got the rest. I was trying to make sure I don't miss anybody because then I'd feel bad. Because I actually hit like. They're like, he said he'd follow me. All right, onward. So check this out. This is a tweet from Dr. T, one of my very favorite XRP community members on Twitter in particular. And this is really cool. This is the highlight for this video. Check this out. He tweeted out, guess which digital asset just got a payment processor? 4,500 merchants can now accept your XRP. Using @CoinGate.com, they even started running a validator to help strengthen and decentralize the XRP ledger. Please show them the love by retweeting, and I did. I retweeted that out. And I had not heard of this before, so I'm kind of learning in real time with you guys because I just started reading about this before I started recording this video. So I read through this piece. I clicked the link that Dr. T provided here. And I did already read through this. There's a couple things. I'm not going to read this whole thing, of course, because I never do that type of thing on this channel. If you guys want to read something, you're perfectly capable, and I don't want to bore you. But anyway, the title here from the CoinGate blog, CoinGate enables native XRP payment option for merchants. We are thrilled to let you know that we are adding yet another payment option for our merchants. And this time it's a big one. Due to very popular demand by the community, our next cryptocurrency on the list, XRP! Exclamation point. Let me scroll down here. Okay, and then as a result, XRP coin owners can now use it as a means of payment at more than 4,500 shops online. Now that's really cool. Whether you want to purchase a VPN, video game, or anything else, you are more than welcome to do that. We are happy to cater to the huge XRP community and vastly expand the use cases of this digital asset. By being one of the first payment gateways that processes XRP natively, we hope to significantly boost utility. Who doesn't like the sound of that either? We're talking about real-world adoption here, like this. And they proceed. For our merchants, it is also quite a huge deal. Currently, XRP falls into a category of the largest cryptocurrency markets according to capitalization. Hence, it makes us confident that this integration will definitely bring more customers to our merchants rather soon. Once our vendors will start getting XRP payments, they will have an option to instantly settle the revenue in euros, Bitcoin, Ether, or keep the funds in XRP, whichever they prefer. And you know what I thought of as soon as I was reading this? It made me think of a video. It was one of my most popular videos from 3 or 4 weeks ago. And part of the content, excuse me, that's in my throat here. Part of the content, I was noting about how Bitcoin maximalists, they get so heated when Ripple or XRP enters their brains. They hate it, because they're a lot of them, they're anarchists, these Bitcoiners, the maximalist types, and anything that could potentially help a bank, they are against it, right? And so I had a whole video about that. That was a big part of it anyway. And I was pointing out in that video how silly it is, because right now, you've got Ripple, the strongest cheerleader for XRP, the decentralized XRP ledger, and how they want to use XRP as a bridge currency for cross-border payments. While Bitcoin, from its inception and to date, the whole theory behind it, beyond store of value, if you want to make that argument, you can, but from inception, the point of it was to be used as a peer-to-peer currency, to have its own value, and people can trade that for goods, just like it's actual fiat currency. Actually use that, except for there's no central authority. And I made the point, and it was true at the time anyway, that nobody was attempting to position XRP as a peer-to-peer currency. And I made the point that if you think that XRP, Mr. Bitcoin Maximalist, if you think that XRP is a competitor to you, understand that you're wrong, because it's not being positioned to be used as a peer-to-peer currency. So in that way, it's not. You can compare it in terms of market cap, this or that, if you want to. It doesn't really matter. They're going for completely different use cases. But I did note that somebody could choose to try to position XRP as a peer-to-peer currency. Now, this isn't exactly what it is, but I'm sure this implements Bitcoin also, because why wouldn't it? It's the most popular cryptocurrency on the planet, frankly. It's got the most brand recognition, right? Most cachet. And so XRP now, they're on this. So this is, you can use XRP to purchase a bunch of stuff from merchants. Those are retail consumers that can actually use their XRP. And so I started thinking, my God, now the Bitcoin maximalists actually should be concerned, because this could be the beginning of people realizing, hey, XRP is really popular. It's got a strong community behind it. It's better than Bitcoin for, just a veritable cornucopia of reasons. Like, there are so many reasons that it's better. It's faster. It's more scalable. It's green. You guys know the whole thing. And it's just neat to see that there's real-world adoption for that use case outside of everything that the other major players like Ripple and, like I said, Omni, Coil, R3, would be outside of what they are doing. And, of course, people, since this, the XRP ledger is decentralized, you don't even need a counterpart, whatever you want to call the coin gate. You wouldn't even technically need a company like this to transfer the value back and forth, but this interfaces with merchants, and that's what's significant. Super, super cool. I really like that. Next piece here. This is from CoinDesk, the title, Wall Street Crypto Products May Have to Wait as U.S. Regulators Confront Backlog. I don't have any deep thoughts on this. I just wanted to bring this to your attention in case you hadn't heard. And I had mentioned in a previous video that the ETF that was tabled was resubmitted 1 or 2 days ago. I can't remember if it was yesterday I talked about it or not. And they're talking about how, there could be a backlog, not just with this, but everything else that the SEC was considering. It was all tabled, for however long, a month or so, whatever it was. And, so there's a backlog of work, so it could take longer in theory to get to the ETF. But it's silly to me to get your feathers too ruffled over this, because the SEC, I don't think they even know what they want to do with it. They probably already thought through this pretty thoroughly, and they keep, before the last proposal was tabled, they kept delaying and delaying and delaying. And part of that was probably a tactic just because they weren't quite sure how they wanted to handle it. So they just need more time anyway. So I'm not sure to what extent this really matters, but I just thought I'd bring it to your attention. I don't really have anything else beyond that to say on that particular topic. This next one is pretty interesting, though, and it's bad. This is from Cointelegraph.com. The title of this piece, 20-year-old hacker pleads guilty to $5 million cryptocurrency theft. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. After stealing $5 million in cryptocurrency from 40 victims through SIM swapping, 20-year-old Joel Ortiz pleaded guilty to theft and accepted a plea deal of 10 years in prison, as reported by Motherboard, a division of news outlet Vice, on February 1st. Guys, don't be a Joel. Don't be a Joel. Joel's a bad person. Don't steal from people. This is terrible. I know I'd heard about this type of scam before, and here's how it works. So, yeah, this is where they described it. In SIM swapping, hackers call a telecoms company posing as their target and claim that their SIM card has been lost and that they would like their number to be ported to a new card. The criminals can convince phone companies that they are who they claim to be by providing social security numbers or addresses. Wow, isn't that just terrible? I mean, gosh, this Joel guy, what a jackass. He deserves every day of that sentence. That is absolutely terrible. And separately beyond this, I didn't click on the article that links to this, but I have got to cite this to you because this piece of news, I missed this also whenever this came out, but they're citing other crimes that had happened and trying to draw attention to their previous articles, so that's why this is in this. But they wrote, and this is hilarious to me because this is a real thing, but it's the second to last little paragraph. It's like 2 sentences. It says, over the past year, authorities worldwide have cracked down on crypto-related crimes. In Russia, a group of nuclear engineers were arrested by security agents when they were caught using supercomputers to mine Bitcoin. Oh my god. Is that not the most absurd headline? I read that and I just started laughing. I couldn't help it. I thought, I gotta share that with you guys. That's just too funny. And it's terrible, and don't do stuff like that. Just don't be a bad person. Don't be a shady person. There's a lot of ways in life to make money. You don't need to steal from other people. You really don't. Just be a good person. All right, last thing I want to cover here today. This is also from Cointelegraph.com. Wyoming passes bill to recognize cryptocurrencies as money. Woohoo! I like this. So I talked about this piece of news, I don't know if it was a week or so ago. And as it turns out, I just found out today, along with you guys, that it passed. So Wyoming considers a cryptocurrency, apparently all cryptocurrencies, to be currency and nothing else. That means that no cryptocurrencies, according to Wyoming in the United States, none of the cryptocurrencies are securities. So that's kind of something. It would be of much greater significance if this were the legislation that were proposed and passed by the U.S. federal government. The way law works in the United States is that federal legislation does trump state legislation. Anywhere that there is not federal legislation, states have free rein to make laws, rules over that. And so given that the federal government is kind of lacking in the Department of Regulation right now, this should just stand. That's just how it works. I'm pretty well versed in politics, so I happen to know how the branches of government and so on and so forth work, and I know that's how it works. So, I don't know if this is going to stay like this forever, even if Wyoming never repeals this law, and they wouldn't have to, because again, if federal law comes out and it's completely against whatever the language of this Wyoming bill was, well, even if Wyoming doesn't repeal this, it doesn't matter. It's void if the federal government has something that's at odds against this. And I think, is this the best way forward, to just say every cryptocurrency should just be treated like a currency? And I'm not convinced that that's going to happen. There's one primary reason that comes to mind. And what's the reason that the SEC would be against that? Well, okay, so we already know they said Bitcoin, yes, that's a currency. Okay, fair enough. But what about all the ICOs? They said almost all of those are securities, right? And so the concern would be, if you want to start a company and you used a decentralized type technology and you launch a coin, but say You launch it yourself, and you do hold all of it. In traditional markets with traditional technology, not blockchain, maybe it would be a stock, and then it would be a security. So you're essentially doing the same thing as a money grab, but you're using decentralized technology. So the argument here is, if you do that, it's a security, but because you're using decentralized technology, other entities can build on that technology over time, which means that a particular decentralized ledger can actually shift from being categorized as a security to no longer being recognized as a security. In fact, Jay Clayton, I believe is his name, with the SEC, he cited that he doesn't think, I think it was him anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was him who cited that Ethereum is not a security, but he said that he thinks it probably, if you had done the same analysis some years back, that Ethereum back then, because the environment was different, would have been a security. So it's like a sliding scale, and it's different. And that's the reason that U.S. legislators are having such trouble with this. The whole world's having trouble with this. It's because you can't just shoehorn this technology into a legal framework that just doesn't fit it. It just doesn't fit. So you need to figure it out, and it is complex, but you need to figure it out, and you need to draft up new laws. And that's the bottom line. And so we'll see how this all unfolds. I mean, still, regardless, I think it's a cool step forward, step in the right direction. But I'm looking forward to seeing federal legislation in the United States declare status of what all cryptocurrencies is, and make it clear. And I hope they just don't clutter it up with too many nuanced situations. But that's where we are right now. So anyway, thanks so much for listening, guys. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you would hit that like button and hit subscribe, endlessly, eternally grateful. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Take care and have a great weekend coming up here, guys.